Hello and welcome to A Throne of Games. My name's Bod.
And I'm Susie.
And today we're talking about Takenoko by Antonie Bauza and published by Bombyx and Matagot. Anyway, let's get it laid out on the table. We'll play you through a little bit of it and we'll say what we think. Alright, this is the setup for Takenoko. So here we've got the central waterhole, there, the pond, and on top of those we then place the gardener and the panda.
Yay.
So as you can see, these are really nice, cute little components. So the aim of the game is basically to get so for 2 players, you need to get 9 objectives. For 3 players, 8 objectives. 4 players, 7 objectives. And once someone has got all those objectives, then you count up the points. So these are 3 objectives you might start the game with. Count up all the points, and the person with the most points wins the game. There's also 2 bonus points for the first person to get to the objective number of objectives, so 9 for 2 players, for example.
Okay, so the 3 different types of objectives that you can gain to win points are the plot objective. So you get this by placing the different types of plot tiles. So there's different colours, and some of them you'll see have these improvements on. So this one's for fertiliser, it's just a plain one, for example. So you need to match what's shown on the card. So for this one, you'd have to have this pattern of 3 yellow tiles, and they all need to be irrigated, which we'll go into later. So your red objectives are to do with growing bamboo. And these are the bamboo, these represent the bamboo. So the gardener moves around to different tiles and he'll grow bamboo of the corresponding colour on the tile. So this tile represents 4 red bamboos or pink, grown on a tile where there's a condition that means the panda can't eat there. And the final objective are what we call the panda eaty objectives. So your panda needs to eat 2 green bamboos. And on your individual player card, you'll see there's a panda here. And when your panda moves onto tiles and eats bamboo, you place them in his belly here. And once you had 2 green in there, you could then claim this objective.
So during your turn, you get 2 actions normally. So this is your normal player card. And on there you get to place your 2 turn markers like this. So there's different options for your turns. So the first one here is to add tiles. So in that case, you take 3 tiles from the top of the pile, you look at them, you choose which tile you want to go for. I think in this case, let's say I'll pick the green tile, and you place it against the central pond. Because this is touching the pond, also it's automatically irrigated, in which case it grows some green bamboo. If I had chosen to place a yellow one, then that would grow yellow bamboo, obviously. And if I had chosen one like this, for example, with the fertilizer marker on it, then when I place that actually gets to grow 2 pieces of bamboo. The second action you can do is the irrigation action here, marked by the blue marker like this that they stole from the Settlers of Catan factory. So these 3 spaces here, these 3 tiles are already irrigated, but if they're not touching the central pool, you're going to have to get new tiles that you place, for example this one, to be irrigated. There's 2 ways of doing that. So one is by getting hold of these and then placing them along the sides of the hexes like this. So in this case, so the water comes out sideways from these markers. So now this tile is also irrigated. So we'd be able to place an irrigation, a bamboo piece on this. The next action we can do is, get it in focus, moving the gardener around. So the gardener's here. The gardener can only move in straight lines. So for example, from here he can move there, or here, or there. But he couldn't move, for example, to this slot here, to this space here. Okay, so let's say I move him into this space. What happens is he then grows bamboo, and he also grows bamboo for any adjacent tile of the same color. So in this case, another piece would grow here, and another 2 pieces would grow here, because it's got the fertilizer icon on it.
He also only grows bamboo on plots that are irrigated.
Yeah.
It can only ever grow on irrigated plots. And the maximum that you can have on one plot is 4 sections of bamboo, so this one's now full, it can't grow any higher.
Alright. The next action you can do is the panda eating, the panda eaty move. In which case, the panda moves in the same way as you move the gardener, so straight lines only, and so can't go there, has to move this way, and it could keep moving. If there was another tile here, for example, he can move to there. This is another one to mention, so this one's already got the irrigation improvements. That's automatically irrigated. You wouldn't have to irrigate that tile. So that would automatically have irrigation on it. So, if you move the panda to that spot, the panda eats 1 piece of bamboo from the tile, and you place it here in your panda's belly. And the last action you can take is the taking an objective tile, an objective card. So basically you choose one of the 3 different colored objectives, take one without looking at it, well, you can look at it now, and put that into your hand. So your hand limit is 5, so you can have up to 5 incomplete objective cards in your hand.
So once everyone's had their first turn, on the second turns and every other turn after that, you need to roll this weather dice before you choose which actions you're going to do, and this determines the weather conditions. So we have sun, and this means that you gain an additional action. So they have to be different from you. The third action has to be different from your 2 normal actions, so you can't do the same one twice, but it means you get an additional action, which is useful. So the weather condition is rain, and this means that bamboo grows on an irrigated plot of your choice up to the normal limit of 4 sections. So for example, you could choose to grow here, 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 or here, but not here because it's full. We also have wind. This means that you can take 2 identical actions on your turn, although you don't have to. And we also have the storm, which scares the panda and means you can put the panda on any plot of your choice. So it would be an easy way to move to there rather than having to go by the normal movement rules. And we also have clouds. This gives you the opportunity to choose one of the 3 improvement chips. So that includes the fertilizer, the irrigation, and the panda enclosure, which stops the panda eating from a certain tile when he goes there. So the panda, if you put it there, he would now not be able to eat any bamboo from that tile. And finally, we have the question mark, which means you get to choose the weather condition.
So just for clarity of the rules, you can only have 1 improvement on any 1 tile. So for example, placing the no panda ET tile on the irrigated tile marker, that would not be okay, nor would that. So they always have to be destroying the bamboo here on a new one that hasn't got an improvement on it already.
Okay, so we're going to play a few rounds of the game now to just show you how it works. And according to the rulebook, the tallest player goes first, so that will be Bod.
Okay, so these are my objective cards, and I am going to start with my 2 actions. So the first action I'm going to go for will be I'm going to place some tiles, as there's no other tiles down right now, and also I'm going to get some irrigation in the bank. You can keep these, so you can store these irrigation here. You haven't got to put them down straight away. So I'm going to do that. So place 1 marker there, and the next marker there. Take 3 tiles. Okay, so based on my objectives, I could do with this one. So I'm going to place that down there. And these 2 go to the bottom of the pile. And then I grow bamboo. And because it's the fertilizer marker on this, I get to grow 2 bamboo there. And my second action is taking the irrigation marker, and I'm just going to keep that on my board there. Okay, now it's Susie's turn.
Okay, so my first go, I'm going to also draw 3 tiles and choose one. And then I am going to be kind of hopeful that I'll get the tile I want, and I'm going to move the panda. Okay, so 3 tiles. Okay, and unluckily for me, the one that I wanted isn't there. But I will put this one down. Move that out of the way. And that grows bamboo. There we go. Put these back on the bottom. And then I will move my little panda. And I'm going to be annoying and eat that, because I imagine Bod wanted that one. Okay, so now it is Bod's go again.
Alright, so it's a second turn. So from now on, we start rolling the weather dice. We can blame it on the weatherman. It's rain. Rain means I can place another bamboo spot on any irrigated location. So I'm going to go for this one, like that. Okay, now I continue with my go. So I am going to take a tile, and I'm going to grow more bamboo. Oh, actually, that's fertilized. That's going to grow another piece of bamboo.
There you go.
There we go. Thank you. So actually, grows 2 bamboo in that case. Okay. So take the 3 tiles. Okay. So let's go for this one. So those 2 go at the bottom, and I'm going to place this one here and grow a piece of bamboo on it. And then I'm going to move the gardener, and I'm going to move the gardener here, and then they'll grow another piece of bamboo. Alright, now it's Susie's turn.
Okay, I'm going to roll the dice, and I get to choose what the weather's going to be. So I will. What will I do? I'm going to make it be windy so that I can do 2 things. There's the wind thing, and I'm going to do the same thing twice. I'm going to take tiles. So I'll do my first go, and I will choose this tile. No, I'll put it there just to make things easier. So that grows a pink, and then take another 3 on here, which is already irrigated. So that again gets a yellow piece of bamboo. And that is my turn. Done.
Alright, let's see if I can get an objective here. Okay, so I get to choose the action, and I'm going to choose to move the panda twice. So remember, the panda can only move in straight lines, so here would be fine, this would not be okay. So let's move him over here.
So just to confirm, you were making it windy with the weather?
Yes.
Okay.
So doing the same action twice with the wind action. So we eat that bamboo, put that in my panda belly. There we go, there. And then move back over here. Eat another piece of bamboo, put that in my belly.
What a greedy panda.
And that means I complete this objective. So when that happens, I can put it face down in front of me.
Face up.
Face up in front of me, even. And the game will continue like this with all the players trying to get the objectives. When we reach the goal number of objectives, so for a 2-player game, that's 9 objectives, the game stops. The person who got to 9 first gets the bonus 2-point marker.
The Emperor.
The Emperor's card. And then we count up victory points and see who wins the game.
The rulebook is very cute. It's got a little sort of comic strip on the front that like sets the scene for the game, which I really liked. And then the rules are pretty well laid out. It shows you what all the different components are and gives you examples of how you can gain the different objectives, which are quite useful.
For quite a light game, I find there's quite a few rules to go through, especially with all the different actions, and then throwing in the weather dice on that. Newer gamers can be a little put off, but it's pretty easy to teach. And yeah, basically everything about this game is super cute, from the components right through to the rulebook to the artwork. Everything's really nicely done.
I like that it's kind of got a good mixture of like you having to like strategically plan things, but then there's also the element of luck with the weather, and what you pick out of either the plot tiles or what new objectives you pick up. So I find that's got quite a good balance. I do like an element of luck in games.
Yeah, I quite like this game. When I first got it, I really liked it. I thought it was really good fun. And it's my go-to game for new gamers, non-gamers, and when we just want to have a nice time, not think too hard about things, then this is the game to go for. But it lacks any depth of strategy. You are presented with your objective cards. You move things around while everyone else does, and maybe you'll get lucky and get the points and win the objectives before everyone else does. But it's not really a game that you can practice at and get better at. So that's I think the downside of the game.
We tend to find that this is a good game to play with people who haven't really played many board games before, or who think they aren't interested in board games, because it's not sort of what you'd think of. The theme anyway isn't what you'd think of as a traditional board game. Particularly maybe more interesting to girls with the cute theme and the animals. I definitely find it interesting anyway, and I wanted it basically because of the artwork on the box and that it was about a cute little panda. So I think it's a good way of getting people more interested in games, and we've certainly had friends and family who've played it, and then have gone on to play other games with us. So definitely a good starter game, I would think.
Yeah, I agree. This is a great gateway game, and one that would definitely be worthy of being in your collection. All right, thanks very much for watching. We're a new channel, so if you like the video, then please give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you again next time.